Yo guys, quick match preview before the game tonight. Inter versus Sassuolo, of course. Sassuolo always tricky. Back in, a few years ago, they used to be our bogey team. Recently, we've gotten better against them, but they still have come up with some surprise results against us. The X factor is always there. Pinamonti scored against us when he was playing for Empoli. He didn't score against us last season, if I recall correctly, but he's been in good form. He's got, 4 or 5 goals this season already. So he's definitely one to watch out for. And Loriente, probably my favorite player in that Sassuolo team, left winger. Really good. If Rafael Leao left AC Milan, I think that's the guy Milan should go for. But anyway, Inter-wise, actually, Serie A, we call Pazza, Inter Pazza, crazy Inter. Napoli and Juve are giving us a run for our money. Juve, obviously, with all that drama off the field, Bonucci, Pogba, once again now more cases surfacing of, them tampering with agents or, dealings with their agents being investigated once again. Allegri, obviously, on the pitch, stuff going on the pitch. But then Napoli now, with all the drama going on with Osimhen, Rudy Garcia, the TikTok. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a weird-ass TikTok. Apparently, it's normal for the Napoli TikTok to post stuff like that. But, apparently Osimhen didn't like the fact that they were making fun of him. And he might be even taking action, according to his agent, against Napoli. To me, it just looks like he wants to force his way out. Cravara doesn't look happy. Osimhen doesn't look happy. Good for us. Good for us. Drama elsewhere is good for Inter, which, at the moment, fingers crossed, we're not going through so much drama. We're hearing ownership interest once again. Someone interested to buy Inter, Investcorp, rumors. But again, as always, I will only comment on this channel when I see, credible sources talk about it, or credible rumors, more intense rumors talking about it. For now, I'm not going to sell you guys dreams. There's no point talking about these things until things are more real. But anyway, let's focus on to the game. Not many changes by Inzaghi. Mkhitaryan looks like, according to Sky Sport Italia, remains in the starting lineup. Barella returns, so it's a Barella, Mkhitaryan, Hakan midfield, the usual. Dumfries returns to start. Quadrado is still out injured. Di Marco continues on the left. Pavard will rest. Darmian comes back to right centre-back. Acerbi in the middle. And Bastoni, of course, with Zomer at the back and up front, especially now with the Arnautovic injury, Lautaro Thuram. But I do want to see more minutes for Alexis. And, at some point we need to give him at least 70, 80 minutes as well to get him match fit, which is completely different from being fit. But yeah, definitely good lineup, strong enough to beat Sassuolo. I do expect a win. But it's also one of those games where I wouldn't be surprised if we get our first loss of the season here. It's one of those ones where Sassuolo, they love playing. They usually play better against big teams because it's just how they are. They're very inconsistent. They're probably the most inconsistent team in Serie A, because on their day, they can probably beat any team in Serie A because they do have the quality. But at the same time, their defense is usually not good enough. They've downgraded in a lot of departments and not replaced properly. Speaking of X, not just Pinamonti, Mulattieri, of course, Mulattieri, who went over to Sassuolo it was supposed to be unrelated to the Frattesi deal, but clearly it was related to the Frattesi deal. So we've got their X, and they've got a couple of our players, former players. So a Frattesi goal off the bench once again, in the air, on the cards for sure, I think, yes. But apart from that, I think I'm predicting maybe a Thuram goal. I think Thuram needs to continue his goal-scoring run. He had an offside goal against Empoli, but yeah, Thuram, maybe a Dumfries goal. He's been in form. He's been scoring and assisting for the Netherlands, but yeah, he's been in good form for Inter too. But we were good to see Dumfries scoring at the far post. I predict a 2-1 victory. I think it's going to be a tight one. But I think the boys will do their job. We saw Juve yesterday getting us very narrow, cortomuso type of victory against Lecce, 1-0. That's the type of win that you need, even if you're not playing well. Milan are away to Cagliari, so let's see if they drop any points. Roma drop points to Torino, but yeah, they're not really a competitor for all rivals for the scudetto. I think it really is between Inter, Juve, Milan, maybe Napoli. I still wouldn't count Napoli out completely. I think they'll sort themselves out. That's the thing in Serie A. I think it's the top 4 team usually do remain quite close, unless Inter do what Napoli did last season and completely run away with the league. But definitely don't want to get ahead of myself. We saw the stats: 5 wins out of 5 is usually not a good sign for Inter coaches. We saw Conte did that in his first season. Mancini did that once. Helenio Herrera did that, and none of those guys ended up with a scudetto in their hand. So hopefully this time round it is good luck for Inzaghi and co. Apart from that, yeah, I wouldn't really make any changes to the lineup. I would like to see Carlos Augusto a little bit more, but at the same time, Di Marco scored that banger last time round, so I don't blame Inzaghi to continue on that. There's rumours that young Amadou Sarr, is the young striker that will take this place in the squad instead of Arnautovic, 19 years old, left-footed, talented, according to reports. I've not really watched much of him, but knowing Inzaghi, yeah, we're probably not going to see much of that boy. I would like to see Inzaghi integrate more of our youth this season if possible in emergency situations. I want to see how he copes with the lack of Arnautovic. He's talked about Klaasen and Sensi in those advanced roles, or Mkhitaryan. But I would like to see potentially some of those chances later on in the games given to some of our youth players. But we'll see. I mean, Aslani is struggling at the moment. But it is what it is. Yeah, interesting times in Serie A, as I said. What's your thoughts on everything that's going on with Napoli, Juve? You guys let me know down in the comments down below. What do you make of the predicted lineup? Good enough? Are we going to win tonight? Drop your predictions down below. See you for the post-match. I do hope to see you for the post-match. Hopefully nothing pops up for me this time round. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter.